one?
Yeah.
I face whirlwinds and write up a storm with my pen when I pull the page away from the notepad like the grenade from its pin. And then words begin to explode from the paper to my palms. These words read, is God the one who makes the earth shake? Cause I move melodic memories that touch tectonic plates, triggering earthquakes. I wish I would be Mother Nature's veins. But she is not to blame when the Richter scale strokes 10. It's just me picking up a pen and dropping heavy thoughts onto a page once again. And once again my thoughts twisted. And speaking in soliloquies, I shot syllables and similes at a slave ship and missed it. I was Moses when the sea divided and shifted. And if you listen, you can hear me writing wingless words on loose leaf in the distance. These wingless words are sung to me by ancient angel symphonies, giving my words wings, lifting them higher than the Messiah could ever be. Like one who preaches about your ultimate destiny and straying away from sin. I was given life by a human, I shall always be indebted towards her and him. I am the words which lurk secretly in speech hymns. I sermonize and preach in poetical services, first releasing the beast from its dungeon. And I'll be done when you see my name inscribed on sacred scriptures and painted pictures. But unlike the portrait's frames, my mind frame has no margins. I twirl tornadoes with a fluttering lip and a twisted tongue, with verses hard to hit than shot from 151, hard to hit than camera shots from the crime scenes of another lost one, hard to hit than shots from the M16 strum, harder to hit than a lost spirit or another fatherless son who walks on pathways towards another abandoned slum. This slum has paid no mind like the mines overflowing with diamonds or coal, paid no minds like the mind set to explode. On my mind that's so deep you need a telescope to see the lines I rhyme are relying like astrology, all the while containing biblical significance, because they connect like the lines on a crucifix, or two hearts when people forget about gravity. Because falling in love is rough, and during a wedding I was told to only remember two things, the wedding ring and suffering. And that night it was raining was simply irony. So ever since then, that day when the rain showered, I've been waiting for my wedding shower because my marriage to the microphone isn't a myth. These are the words I wrote my vows with, and the truth is, I know nothing but how to understand. And just like in a wedding, I was always pushed to become the best man, and push never came to shove me back, and I was never pushed to grasp something too complex to understand. Like the depth of the stress and strife of any woman's life, which is deeper than watching the Titanic twice. So sometimes I open up my eyes and listen with my mind, because I've been thinking lately. I know this sounds crazy, especially coming from me, but I've learned more from silence than I ever have from speech. And a lot of times, men, we just need to shut up and think. So now I ponder about the part my life plays, and now it's my part to say. I outline all the lines that just rhyme me chalk for murder scenes, because if murder be like killing two birds with one stone, then I just assassinated 1,000 words with one poem. One more poem. As the great Rilke once wrote, all the soarings of my mind begin in my blood. So, when I stand before God, I shall peer into her two blooming pupils, flinging my lungs wide open to show that my heart is too. I'll then spin crimson lungs marinated in fiery red blood like two revolving doors, whirling winds of scarlet red. When I stand before God, I'm going to turn my body into a musical instrument. Breaking a strip of ruby red blood-drenched bone marrow from my rib cage, I'll begin to slash new veins across auburn skin. This left arm is a worn-out, withered violin. I'm inscribing boulevards of bloodstained intersections and Arabic musical notes, causing accidents up against traffic-jammed palm lines. I'll pry into tainted tea-stretching, sinewy, stringy veins from bloody red roots. And onto my willow tree body, I'll fasten these tainted teeth as paddled piano keys. I'll then tear windpipes from bloody shafts. Piercing them through my intestines and organs, I'll fashion windpipes into each of my organs, until my body becomes a cathedral's windpiped organ, playing Beethoven's Ninth Symphony like an endless escalator of ivory keys. I'll push black fingertips into white piano teeth, molding frequencies of white noise to an audience of empty vibrations. I'll engrave two slits on each side of my chest, and like wings outstretched, lungs saturated in showers of blood. I'll then play my lungs like an accordion, performing self-CPR, splattering blood each time I compress the breath back into myself. I'll stand before her, the conductor of my body's orchestra, and swing a shriveled baton of bone. My sun-drenched lungs will compress on their own. In the bouquet of my blue-veined harp will play an angel serenade, splattering boulders of blood, weighing heavy on the ivory pallid piano teeth, reverberating the mantra of my organ's beat, my cathedral's windpiped organ. When I stand before God, I shall have proven that I've been able to compose myself of a symphony, and I'll say to her, I've been waiting my entire life for this silence.
Woo! Wow. That's crazy. Alright, we're gonna get into the top 8. We get to top 8. B-boy battle. Yo, we need the cornerstone band.